Now, with just weeks to go before a general election, the opinion poll suggests no party in the UK will win an outright majority. If that happens, it could be the Liberal Democrats that hold the balance of power. Bloomberg's Elliott Gotkine now reports on Britain's would-be kingmakers.
He has no hope of becoming Prime Minister, but the opinion polls also suggest Nick Clegg could be a pivotal player this coming election, something the Lib Dem leader sought to play down at his party's conference this weekend.
I am not the kingmaker. The 45 million voters of Britain are the kingmakers. You are the kingmakers.
The latest polls put the Lib Dems on just 17%. But with the gap between the ruling Labour Party and the Conservatives closing, it's looking ever more likely that there'll be no clear winner. In other words, a hung parliament. If that happens, say bookmakers William Hill, the Lib Dems would be more likely to support Labour, but nothing's certain. Nick Clegg is perhaps understandably loath to throw his weight behind either of the two main political parties, refusing to rule in or rule out joining a coalition. Of course, if Labour or the Conservatives end up just a few seats shy of a majority, they could team up with a smaller party, or there could be a period of political paralysis and possibly another general election. That's fuelled fears that Britain will be unable to do much to trim its net 13% budget deficit, meaning jittery markets, especially for the pound. It's fallen some 6% against the dollar this year, making it the worst performer among 16 major currencies. Throw in a fragile economic recovery and the possibility of more quantitative easing, and the pound's prospects don't look good.
So this basically a trifecta of dynamics on the British pound is really giving very little choice to the currency traders but to really sell the pound, or at least drive it down back towards the levels of early 2009.
The omens aren't reassuring. The last time there was a hung parliament, the pound plunged and Britain had to be bailed out by the IMF. Being kingmaker, no matter how involuntary, may not be all it's cracked up to be. Elliott Gotkine, Bloomberg News.